Okay, today on the show we have Guelph Storm forward Braeden Bowman joining us. His Storm are off to a 5-4-1 start, and he has 7 goals in 10 games. Not a bad start. Welcome to Chump Talk, Braeden. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on today, Braden. It's great to have a local guy on. Just kind of talk about the start of your season so far, what the last couple months have looked like for you with OHL getting back underway after having about a year and a half hiatus of no OHL hockey there.
Yeah, it was awesome to come back to camp, just see all the guys, coaches, and some of the fans. We got a young, hungry group this year, so the start's been pretty fun. We're looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I want to start with this because you're a Kitchener native playing in Guelph, so there's obviously that rivalry. But you'd mentioned to us before we were interviewing that you're originally from New Hamburg. I don't know. So how long did you live in New Hamburg?
I moved out there when I was in like kindergarten, and then
Okay.
I moved to Kitchener when I was in grade 6.
Okay, because I was wondering. So with the last name Bowman, and I'm curious what your teammates call you as a nickname because the area we're in, like Wellesley, I'm in Linwood, just outside of Wellesley, all close to New Hamburg. There's a ton of Bowmans. Like we're in Mennonite country here with the horse and buggies. You know all about that if you're near New Hamburg. But what do the guys call you if you're a Bowman?
Well, I have a nickname I've just been like my dad gave me when I was really young. It's Bonesy because
Bonesy.
uh, I used to be skinny, just skin and bones. My dad called me Bones, and then it just translated to Bonesy. So everywhere, like my parents, grandparents, everyone calls me Bonesy.
I love it. So
Wow.
you weren't in New Hamburg when it was high school time, was it? Were you back in Kitchener?
Yeah, I was in Kitchener. No, I was just
Okay.
there. Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Victus Academy, the hockey school.
Oh,
And
right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Gotcha.
What do you
yeah.
remember most from your time in New Hamburg? Any memories of Wellesley at all, playing minor hockey down there or anything like
Yeah.
that?
Did you play minor hockey with New Hamburg at all?
Yeah, I played novice until like the first year AAA in Kitchener, and then I moved up to Kitchener. So I don't really remember.
Yeah, gotcha.
One OMHA is like my first year novice.
Yeah.
Really?
Beat Essex, I think, in the finals.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah,
about right. One of
yeah,
those guys from our like Wellesley or New Hamburg that you can tell are just out of there the second AAA. The second you're eligible to go to AAA, you're one of those guys.
yeah.
Talk about just after you moved to Kitchener there. Just talk about kind of growing up in Kitchener there, playing minor hockey there. What did that look for you? Were you on the AAA teams every year? And just when did you kind of realize that you maybe had a future playing pro hockey? Obviously, you're on the right track. You're playing in the OHL. A lot of guys hope to play in the OHL as young kids. A lot of guys don't get the chance, but you're one of those guys who have worked hard enough to get there. So just kind of talk about your minor hockey days there in Kitchener.
Yeah, we had I was fortunate enough. We had an unbelievable group of guys. I played with a bunch of them since I was like 10 years old. And then we grew up together playing all the way up until minor midget. And we just had a super close team. The parents were close, grandparents. And that was really fortunate. And we had a pretty good team all the way up, minor midget. We lost in the finals, sadly. But I think it started there, my passion for the game. I found out, I figured out I loved hockey probably when I was like 5 years old, then all the way up, just kept on working hard, then kind of became a reality in minor major when I got drafted. It was just a surreal feeling. And then just working hard to make the team and grinding those late hours just to make Guelph. It's a unbelievable feeling. It's a privilege to play for them.
2019, 2020, you played your one season in the Junior B Loop with the Kitchener Dutchman. We're gonna have a lot of people listening to this that follow that Junior B Loop and follow the Junior C Loop as well. What would you tell the people? Because you're on the right track to eventually be able to make this hockey thing a pro career for you. You're on the right track for that. What would you tell the people that are listening that are maybe grinding Junior B and want the shot at the OHL right now?
Yeah, just keep working. I mean, it's all about just what you do behind the closed doors. Like I said before, just putting in work when no one's watching. And then, I mean, Junior B was a great experience for me. Gave me a lot of confidence. The guys that I played with were unbelievable guys and just great players as well. I mean, the Junior B Loop, there's still just unbelievable talent down there, guys that are willing to do anything for the team. So I think a lot of habits that I carry into my season with Guelph, I gathered from those times in Junior B. And there were some really valuable moments I have down there.
Did you go to the yacht a lot growing up to watch the Kitchener Rangers play? Were they your team? Or were you one of those guys that kind of like the team outside of town?
No, yeah, I had season tickets to the Rangers. We went every Friday, Tuesday, the odd Sunday, and it was I just grew up idolizing all the Rangers, Skinner, Landeskog,
Oh yeah.
So
Bears.
what, sorry, so with that, we got to ask, what's it like? You're playing in Guelph, one of Kitchener's biggest rivals there. Just talk about what that's like for you, because that's got to be a pretty crazy thing to grow up a Kitchener Ranger fan, and now you're playing, 20 minutes down the road in Guelph, and
And
obviously
before
Guelph and Kitchener, there's big rivalry there.
and before you answer, first career OHL goal came in the odd, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Unreal.
yeah. It was a surreal feeling.
Yeah.
Stepping in, looking at the ice when we walked in. I think it was the 8th of October, something like that, the first game. It was just kind of, I could envision myself when I was like 8, 10 years old, just idolizing the players. And then it was an feeling being able to play out there and then eventually score. It felt awesome.
Yeah, talk about that game. I actually can't remember what the final score in that game was. But you tied it up 5-5 with your first career OHL goal, and it was an absolute rip like that. And from what
Amazing.
from what I was reading today, preparing for this interview, is like your release or your shot is kind of one of your best attributes. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll start at the goal. Yeah. I think it was 9 minutes left. My line mate, Jake Carabella, gave me a sweet pass, and I just tried to get it off quick, catch the goal. Yeah.
You just blacked out then, probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I sallied a lot. I was super excited. I got down on one knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so my release, my shot, that's probably my number one attribute. I would say I put countless hours in the basement, outside, just shooting on the ice, just doing the extra work. So I think that's all the hours I put in finally paid off.
So with the strongest attribute there that you just described, what are some things in your game that you think you have more room to improve on? Some things that throughout the course of this year with the Guelph Storm here that you just want to pick away at and get better on?
Yeah, definitely my first 3 steps. I think it could always be faster, and I think if I could improve that, I'd open a lot of space up for myself. And then just my pace of play as well, just being quicker, jumping in those holes faster and stuff like that. I think it all gives me a better chance to be the best player I can be.
Have you had an oh shit moment yet playing in the OHL where you're just like, holy moly, just great? Like I'm sure it's different too after not really playing hockey for a year and a bit there. Just any oh shit moments this year so far, just getting back into the swing of things?
I think I would just say that Kitchener game, it was kind of just like a back and forth. Like I said, it was like there's so much skill on the ice with their team and our team, and I think that was just kind of like my holy crap, like I'm here moment. And then it was a great game. Sadly, we lost in overtime, but I think we grew a lot from that game as well.
What's it like playing in the Sleeman Center? I always enjoyed going to that rink. Obviously, the odds where I've been the most for OHL, but Sleeman would definitely be second on the list where I've been the most. And I love that arena. It's like small. It packs you in a little bit. Like feels like the fans are right on the ice a little bit. What's it like playing in the Sleeman Center?
Yeah, it's unreal. I love playing there.
Is
Like
it still called the Sleeman Center, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unreal. The fans are awesome. They're always there Friday nights, Saturdays, being as loud as possible. And yeah, like you said, it's perfect size rinks, not too big, not too small. I think it's a great rink, and I love playing there.
Are the 19-year-olds on the team getting Sleeman deals or free beer at all from the Sleeman Center?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure about the inside deals.
That's something that probably needs to be worked into it. I'd say once you turn 19, free Sleeman until you're not a Guelph Storm anymore.
You're eligible for the 2022 NHL draft here. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of things that are constantly going through your head. That's obviously a big year for you coming here. Just what do you do to stay focused, and just what kind of personal goals do you have for yourself this year with the NHL draft coming up?
Yeah, so it's obviously always in the back of my head, just thinking about that at the end of the season. But I think if you just live in the moment and control what you can control, I think that it ultimately give you a better shot as hard as you can at practice during the games. And I'm obviously nervous, but I'm excited for the season, and I hope I can keep playing good.
Yeah, and with that, 10 games this year, 7 goals, 1 assist. What do you give credit to for your 7 goals in 10 games is incredible, no matter what kind of level what level of hockey you're playing. Just what do you give that credit to? Like why such a hot start? What do you think it is for you so far?
I think just ever since training camp, our line, it was me, Matthew Patras, and Jake Carabella. We started working hard at camp. We were kind of getting those grinding chances at camp, just like putting in work, and then it translated into the preseason. We were working hard, getting chances, and then I think just it keeps on elevating. And then now in the regular season, we've been working hard. They're unbelievable players. Their IQ is off the charts. They find me in the slot all the time. I just kind of like
not an Apple guy.
Yeah, yeah. I love that's a good thing. I think we're all capable of getting in the corners, passing, shooting. So I think our my line mates have done an unbelievable job just helping me out, and I think we complement each other really well.
One highlight I saw against the Rangers in a game I watched is you were the net front guy in the power play. Is that normally where you're ending up on the power play, net front?
Yeah.
So what's it like? Obviously, you might have been that guy in junior B. I'm not sure. You might have been that guy in minor hockey, but when you get to the OHL, obviously being the net front guy, you're taking a little more abuse than you're used to at those other leagues. Has there been any moments where you're out there and just getting cross checks to the back a lot or whatever?
Yeah, sometimes the defenseman, sometimes the goalie if you get too close, but I think it's all worth it if you see the puck go in the back of the net from the defenseman shot, or you get a stick on it, or someone shoots it in. So I think just sacrifice, take a couple shots so the team can get a goal or something. It feels.
I'm curious actually, because right after you sign off, we're actually interviewing Roman Schmidt from the Rangers. So maybe that's one of the guys that you have got to cross check in the background a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe he's a really good player though. So yeah,
he's a big boy out there. We're gonna let you go shortly here, but you seem like a pretty outgoing guy. Is there? And we should have prepared you. But is there one like off the ice story, or maybe fans wouldn't have heard about it as much, either from junior B or playing with the Guelph Storm, or just like off the ice meals or times with the team that you can share with us that people maybe haven't heard before?
Oh, I don't know. I was trying to think a couple of these. I was anticipating this question. But
yeah, it's always hard because I'm sure there's a million that come to mind, but you got to be careful what you say on here a little bit, eh?
Yeah, that's kind of a fun buddy. His name's Eli Palferman. We played on the Kitchener Dutchman together, and we used to go to like every single hockey game after practice. One time we drove to Niagara from Kitchener to watch like a 7:30 start, and we would go to like Kitchener. We went like Guelph. So we went to so many games. Then one time it was after practice, and one of the junior B Cambridge games was in overtime, and we flew from the odd, like it's usually like a 25-minute drive probably. We got there in, I want to say like 9 minutes
to watch the overtime.
Yeah, and I was checking the updates on my phone because the overtime had started.
Right.
And I was fine, wasting my data. My dad was probably upset about that. He was just ripping on the 401 on the highway on the back roads, and we finally got there, and like we stepped in. It was like 5 minutes late, like not even like 2 minutes, and they scored. We did all this work, scored like 2 minutes after we came in. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was sick.
I guess I kind of, or Poolsy, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I just got one more for you before we kind of start wrapping up here. But so last year, obviously with no OHL happening, it's kind of an interesting question to ask guys. Like when you're not playing like hockey games at all, it's obviously what you want to be doing, especially at this age when you're maybe trying to make a career out of it. Just so what did the last year look like for you? What were your hobbies? What were you doing? Like what were you doing just to stay ready and like decent game shape as well? Because there were a few times that the season was potentially going to come back, but kept getting postponed. So just what were you doing through that last year?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough for Victus Academy. They kept we were allowed to go into school, skate and stuff like that for obviously the months that we weren't in lockdown. And then they did a great job with our fitness program and stuff, keeping us in shape if the season did happen to start. But I mean, it was a lot of time with my family, which I'm very fortunate to have. Did a lot of training at home, my basement and my garage, runs, shooting pucks, stick handling, stuff like that. And then February, I went out to Ottawa, and I played in the CCHL for a month with the Ottawa Junior Sens, which was an awesome time. Me and another guy, local Chandler Romeo, he went out there too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a good time up there, and we were anticipating an OHL start. We came back, and then sadly the news came out that we weren't going to have a season. So, and then I went out to that Erie showcase, which was awesome too, with a bunch of the guys. We played 9 games, and that was an unreal experience. That was fun too.
Yeah, we actually had Chandler Romeo on too. Have you played Hamilton yet?
No, we don't play them this year. They're in the conference that we don't.
Wow, that sucks. So I was going to ask if you're going in the corner with him, you're definitely not taking the foot off the gas at all, eh?
No way.
Okay, I guess we'll end with this one. I know you haven't been a player in all the away barns yet, but which one maybe are you most looking forward to that you haven't played in yet? And so far, either watching a game or playing in a game, what's your favorite away barn to go to? And you can't say Kitchener; that's too easy of an answer.
I think there's probably an obvious one, but London, the
Yeah.
Budweiser. I went to watch Guelph play them Game 7 the year they won in like the semifinals. I went to watch them play.
Yeah.
And then I love that rink. I love the atmosphere. And then I love Owen Sound's rink, the Bayshore. I watched a couple games there before, and then we played one of the games there this season. And I love it. It's kind of small, but things happen fast, and I kind of love it.
Didn't you guys put up 9 goals in that game or something?
I think we won 7-3 or something like that.
7-3. I knew it was a big score, so maybe that plays in part why you like going there.
Yeah, maybe if we lost, I wouldn't like it too much.
All right, 7 goals in 10 games. Just 1 assist, but the apples will come. You can score the goals to start. The apples will come. And Bonesy, it's been great meeting you. It's been great talking to you. We're gonna get to a bunch of OHL games this year, so hopefully we run into you at some point this year. And if not, we'll try to catch up in the future.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yep. Thanks for coming on.
Have a good one. See ya.